Hello, hello everyone. Yeah. So hi guys. So I hope that you guys got 2-3 hours to look into the homework questions. Were you able to solve any one of those? Did anybody solve any homework question that was shared? It is shared in a Google Doc in the resources section. The Google Doc that I shared with you guys, it is in that doc. You guys can just pull it out and check. Yeah, so can you see my screen, guys? Not on the portal, it is shared in the Google Doc. Yeah, I'll add it here. Okay, so even if you were not, even if you did not solve these, we are just going to solve these two questions today. So how many people are in the class? 100, 120. Okay. Okay, I think we have good enough number of people. Let's get started with today's SQL. We will do, but first we will discuss the homework questions and then we'll resume with SQL. Yes, I will share those today. I'll add it in the doc in front of you. Don't worry. So DSA अपने parallelly करते रहेंगे with every topic that we discuss in module D, like object oriented, like SQL, like networking. We will be doing DSA parallelly as your homework, and we will solve those questions in the next class. This is how it is going to be. Every day you will get 3 or 4 homework questions for DSA, ताकि DSA का flow नहीं टूटे, DSA भी daily practice होता रहे. ठीक है? So basically, towards the end of the class, I will add the next day's homework question in this doc, right? And after they are added, I expect you guys to solve it by the next day. If you are not able to solve it, we will anyway discuss it in the class. Okay? Yes. So I don't think these two questions will take much time. So 40-50 minutes maximum, we can solve both of them and explain the output to everyone, and then we will resume with SQL. Okay? Okay. So guys, the first question that I have is maximum consecutive ones. Okay? So what is the question asking me to do? It is saying that I have been given a binary array nums. So binary array का क्या मतलब हुआ? That it is only having two types of values. One is 1 and the other one is 0. ठीक है? Return the maximum number of consecutive ones in the array. Right? Return the maximum number of consecutive ones. So let's say guys that I have this particular array with me. Right? Can you tell me what are the two groups of consecutive ones? One is this one and one is this one. So this has 4 ones, this has 3 ones consecutively, right? So these two are my maximum consecutive ones, and this is a maximization problem. So I want to maximize the number of consecutive ones. So I will take the max of these two. Is that clear, guys? So this is a very basic problem that we can solve with a single for loop iteration, and we will just do it in O of n type. Okay? So let me write the pseudocode for this problem. So I can have a variable called max is equal to 0 initially, and I will say that, let's say, result is equal to 0. I am having two variables. Now I will write a for loop that will iterate through the entire array. I will write a for loop that will iterate through the entire array. For I is equal to 0 till n. What is n, guys? N is the length of the array. Okay. Now, what should I do if I get a value 0? So if my ARR of I is equal to 0, what should I do? Can you tell me? I will reset my current value. I will reset the maximum. I will reset the consecutive ones that I have counted, right? Else, what will I do? Else, I will just do max plus plus, and I will say result is equal to math dot max of max comma result. Okay. And over here I will reset. So basically by reset, what do I mean? I will reset the value of max is equal to 0. Why? Because the consecutive streak of ones has been broken. The sequence of ones has been broken. Is this clear to everyone? Is the pseudocode and explanation clear to everyone? Okay. So let's quickly implement it. Should not take a lot of time. Let's create two variables. Int max is equal to 0. Int res is equal to 0. Okay. So now, guys, are you familiar with a for each loop? Are you familiar with a for each loop? So can I use a for each loop in this problem? Can I use a for each loop in this problem? Yes, I can. So I will say for int x in my nums, I have two cases. Either x is a 0 or x is a 1. So if x is equal to 0, I will do something. Otherwise, I will do something else, right? So if x is equal to 0, I want to say max is equal to 0. Basically, I am resetting. Okay. Otherwise, what do I want to do? I want to increment and I want to maximize. Okay. Finally, what is the value that I want to return? I want to return res. Okay. Is this clear, everyone? Let's run this. It passed the test case. Can I get? Yeah, this is better. So it passed the initial case. Let's give it another case. SQL we will discuss in some time, but अभी अपने लोग last day का homework question discuss कर रहे हैं. Okay, it got accepted. So is this clear, everyone? Okay. So this question we can put out of the way. I will just, for good practice, I will just add this code to your doc. So let me just change the font and I can just okay. Now this one is done. Let's do this one quickly. What is the question? Rotate image. Okay, so we want to rotate the matrix, guys. So I hope you guys are familiar with matrices, right? Matrix is a 2D array, an array of arrays, right? I think module 1 में ही ये इस चीज का क्लास हो गया होगा, है ना? So what is the problem asking me to do? It is asking me to rotate a matrix. Okay, so you can see that over here the 1 is here, but in the output the 1 is over here. Again the 7 is here, but in the output the 7 is here. So I am rotating in which direction, guys? I am rotating in which direction? So what is happening? This value, what is happening? This value is going here. This value is going here. This value is going here. And this value is going here. Similarly, the center values are also getting rotated like this. Is this clear, everyone? And 5 is in its place because it is just a single element. Even if I perform any rotation, no change will happen. Is this clear, everyone? Yes, it is 90-degree clockwise rotation. ठीक है, सबको क्लियर है? Excuse me. So how can I solve this problem, guys? Does anybody have any idea? Reverse the last row and first row and first. Create a new array. So if I say that I want to do it without using extra space, I can always use extra space and do it without any problem. Okay, you are saying transpose plus column swap. Okay. Swapping is necessary, that I agree. Transpose and reverse nested loop. Yes, nested loop to lagega. It is a matrix, obviously. So, okay. So let me illustrate one particular example, guys. So let's say I have this particular matrix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Let's say I have this particular matrix. Let's say that I want to first reverse this value, right? I want to put this one in the correct space where it should be, right? So guys, if I want to rotate only this one, can you identify all the values that should be rotated for me? Can you identify all the values that I should rotate? What are the values that will be affected if I want to rotate just one? If I want to rotate just one, can you tell me all the values that will be affected? 3, 9, and 7. Do you agree? 3, 9, and 7 will be affected if I want to rotate one. So if I just perform this single element rotation, so what is my output? You can see that if I want to rotate just one, then 1 is going here, 3 is going here, 9 is going here, and 7 is coming to the ones place. So if I rotate only this value, then all these values are getting affected. Can you see that? 3, 9, and 1, 3, 9, and 7, sorry. Yes, is it clear, Khushi? Okay, so if I rotate only this one particular cell, I can just say that after the rotation, my matrix will look something like this: 7, 2, 1, 6, 3, 8, then 9 will come here and 4 will stay here, right? Can I say that these 4 values are at their desired place? Can I say these 4 values are at their desired place? Okay, I'll go slow, no problem. Guys, if I perform this single element rotation, can I say that these 4 values are at their exact place? The question is, we want to rotate a matrix in 90 degree clockwise rotation. I want to rotate a matrix by 90 degree in clockwise direction, right? So I hope you know what rotation means and what clockwise means, right? So किस direction में rotate करना है और matrix का rotation क्या होता है? Is that understandable to everyone? Yes, and I can use extra space. The question is not restricting me, but I would like to do it in a optimized fashion, so I won't use extra space. So guys, if I only rotate this single element, can I say these values are now in the desired place? Can I say these values are in the desired place? Now guys, if I hop on to the second iteration and I want to rotate these elements, which ones will be affected? Which ones will be affected if I want to rotate this 6, 8 and 4? So what will be my output array after the rotation of this one? It will be 7, 4, 1. Then I will have 8, 5, 2. Then I will have 9, 6, 3. So guys, can you see that I am getting the exact output matrix that I wanted? Is this matrix the same that is in the output? So I hope the approach of this problem is clear. I will pick one element like this and then I will identify the contenders that I want to swap and then I will perform the swap. Is this clear, everyone? Okay. Now guys, let's consider. So 3 by 3 matrix is very simple. Why? Because in apart from the outer layer, there is only a single element. So no rotation is required here. But let's consider a 5 cross 5 matrix. Now guys, in this matrix, if I want to rotate one, can you tell me what are the contenders to rotate one? It is 5, 25 and 21, right? Now, if I want to rotate 2, what are the contenders? 10, 24, 16. I hope everybody is following. How am I identifying the contenders to rotate? Right? Now guys, after, let's say that this particular outer part of the matrix, let's consider it rotated. This particular blue section, let's consider it rotated. But is my entire matrix rotated at this point? If I rotate the outer layer completely, is my entire matrix rotated? No, I want to rotate this inner matrix as well. And can you see that this is also a 3 by 3 matrix? So can I apply the same approach in a generalized fashion for it? Can I apply the same approach in a generalized fashion? Yes. Again, I will identify the contenders to switch like this. And after this part is also rotated, I will only have this single element which will stay in its place. Recursion is not required. We can just do it in a for loop itself. पहले ये बताओ, ऊपर से सबको समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? ऊपर से सबको समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? राइट? करना क्या है? What is the approach that is clear to everyone? Nobody has any doubts, right? अब can you tell me एक बार फिर which part? Tell me, मुबारक. स्वैप कैसे करेंगे वो मैंने नहीं बता रहा, वो मैं डिस्कस नहीं किया अभी तक. मैं खाली ये बता रहा हूं कि कैसे मैं अपना अप्रोच, कैसे मैं क्वेश्चन को अप्रोच करूंगा, कौन से वैल्यूज को मुझे स्वैप करने के लिए आइडेंटिफाई करना है. इज दैट क्लियर और नॉट? which values I want to swap and how do I want to swap. Is that clear? I hope that is clear to everyone, right? 4 क्रॉस 4, sure. तो एक 4 क्रॉस 4 का एग्जांपल बता देता हूँ. ठीक है. इसमें if I want to rotate this one, what are the contenders for rotation, guys? Is this clear? Then again 2 के लिए 8, then 15, then 9, and now I will take 3, 12, 14, 5, right? Now can I consider this part of the matrix rotated, the outer layer of the matrix? Can I consider it rotated? Yes, obviously I can consider it rotated because I have performed the swap. Now अंदर में क्या है अपने पास? अंदर में अपने पास एक 2 क्रॉस 2 मैट्रिक्स है. इसका रोटेशन कैसे होगा? Is this clear? Yeah, sure. I'll make sure it's in English. Okay. Is this clear, guys? 4 क्रॉस 4 का भी एग्जांपल सबको? No doubts remain, right? Let's proceed with the implementation. So सबसे पहले, guys, the first thing that I want to get out of the way is that can I say that I will require one loop for all the layers of the matrix? Can I say I will require one loop for all the layers of the matrix? So one layer के लिए एक loop, फिर इस inner layer के लिए एक loop और फिर इस layer के लिए एक loop. Can I say that I require one loop for all the layers of the matrix? Tell me, guys. And along with that, can I say that I require another loop for swapping these values inside the layer? Is that clear, guys? I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay. So if I have a 5 cross 5 matrix, ठीक है, this is the outer layer of elements, right? Then I have this, which is the second layer of elements, and then I have finally one element in the inside. So can I say this is one layer where I want to perform my clockwise rotation? Can I say this outer layer is one layer where I want to perform my clockwise rotation, right? Then I have this inner layer where I want to perform the rotation, and then finally I have this single element. This is also a layer where I want to perform my rotation. I hope the 3 layers of this 5 cross 5 matrix is clear, everyone. Right. So, if my matrix is 5 cross 5, how many layers did I have? How many layers did I have, guys? I have 3 layers, right? Now, if I say I have a 4 cross 4 matrix, how many layers do I have for 4 cross 4? I have 2 layers, right? Acha, ab tell me, in this 5 cross 5 matrix, do I require to consider this as a layer? Do I require to consider this as a layer at all? No. Why will I not consider the single element as a layer? Because it is a single element, does not require rotation. So, can I say the number of layers is equal to n by 2? which is the length of the matrix divided by 2. Length of any side of the matrix divided by 2, right? So 5 by 2 is equal to, it is equal to 2, which is my number of layers for 5 cross 5. 4 by 2 is equal to 2, number of layers for 4 cross 4. 3 by 2 is equal to 1. How many layers do I have for 3 cross 3, guys? It is just this single layer, which is the outermost, right? And again, if I consider a 2 cross 2 matrix, I will require 1 layer. I hope this is clear to everyone. The outer for loop is clear to everyone. Yes, it is a square matrix. It is written over here. So I hope the outer loop is clear, guys. Right? अब क्या करना है? Now I want to identify the contenders for swapping. I want to identify the contenders for swapping. So when I have 5 cross 5 matrix, how many? So when I'm trying to swap, how many elements am I picking for my swap at one point? At one point, how many elements am I picking for my swap? No, I'm picking 4 elements, right? So this is one element, this is one element, this is one element, and this is one element. So they will be swapped among themselves, right? Right. So can I call it a quad? Can I call it a quad? I will call it a quad, right? 2 element होता है तो you call it a pair. 3 element होता है तो you can call it a trio. और 4 element है तो I am calling it a quad. Is that clear, everyone? So how many quads do I have? How many quads will I have in total? One is this red one. Another one is this blue one. Another one is this yellow one. And finally, the last one I have is this. So total, how many quads do I have, guys? How many quads do I have for 5 cross 5? N minus 1 quads. Can I say this? So is the inner loop clear now? Inner loop कैसे करेंगे? Right? Everybody followed? Okay. So now let's start writing the pseudocode. Okay. So if I have a matrix, I can say n is equal to mat dot length. Okay. So now what is n? N is my number of rows or columns. Is this clear, everyone? The outer loop will look something like this. Is this clear? Now coming to the inner loop. What will the inner loop look like? What will be my initial value of j? Can you tell me? Can anybody tell me the initial value of j? Will the initial value of j be 0, guys? Every time, will the initial value of j be 0? So if the initial value of j is 0, I will always be picking the element from here. Do you agree? Right. I want my layers to change, right? So first I'm dealing with this, then my starting point will be here, then my starting point will be here. ऐसे करके चल रहा है ना? This is how my loop will progress, right? So the initial value of j will be what? I. Is that clear, guys? And similarly, I also will modify my n minus 1. Instead of n minus 1, I will say j is equal to I till n minus I minus 1. Is this clear, everyone? Okay, I'll come to that. But are you guys getting it? Arundhati, yes, I'll just explain it once again. Are you guys, did most of you get this? Okay. And inside over here, I will do swap quad. इसका लॉजिक आई विल राइट डायरेक्टली इन द कोड. ठीक है. Yes, I'm coming to that. Okay, so basically you guys have doubt with this loop, right? The inner one, है ना? It takes a lot of time to create a poll. That is the problem. देखो, if I want to create a poll, this is what I have to do. First, go to this page, give a title. Then I have to add the question. Then I have to add the choice. And then I have to save it. And then I have to launch it for you. Yeah, that is why I asked it on the chat. Please don't write on my screen, guys. How many got it? Okay, so looks like most of you got it. I will explain it for the rest of you. Once you made it, you can poll again and again. I think it gets deleted after the meeting is gone. Okay, so more than 60% of the people have got it. So let me just show you the results and then we can proceed with the implementation. Okay. Okay. So guys, let me come back to the explanation. So let's say that outer loop everybody is clear, right? Outer loop everybody is clear, है ना? Right. So outer loop will take what values? Can you tell me? Outer loop will have I is equal to 0 for 5 cross 5. I'm asking what are the values outer loop will take? I is equal to 0, 1 and 2. So it will go till 5 by 2, which is 2, right? So 0 से लेकर 2 तक I will have 3 values for I. Is this clear? ठीक है. Now what are the values that I want my J to have, right? So when I am swapping the outer loop, the first value that I want to swap is for this one, right? This, and this. Do you agree? These are the first 4 contenders for swapping for the initial loop. So what is the value of I and what is the value of row and column for this element? Can you tell me? For this element, I is equal to 0 and J is also equal to 0. Do you agree? Is this clear, everyone? Okay. So now for the next one, this, what is the coordinate of this one in the matrix? What is the coordinate of this one in the matrix? Can you tell me? 1, 1. So in the second loop, I is also equal to 1 and J is also initially equal to 1. Is this clear? Again, for the last one, what is the coordinate? It is 2, 2. Even though we are not swapping it, can you see that I and J is the same when I want to perform the swap for any layer? Is this clear, everyone? Right. So can I safely say that J will start from I? Is this part clear? Right. Now, what are the values that J is taking? J is taking values from this point till this point. Do you agree? J is taking values from 0 till n minus 1. Do you agree with this? right? So this is clear. So for I is equal to 0, what are the values that j can take? J can be equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Is this clear, everyone? So where can j go? J can go from this point till this point. Is this clear? Now, when the value of I is equal to 1, what are the values that j will take? It will take 1, 2. These two values, because j can only take these two values, right? So I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0. Sorry, I is equal to 1, j is equal to 1, I is equal to 1, j is equal to 2. These are the values that j can take. Is that clear? Right? Everybody followed, right? Can I proceed with the code now? Yes, because the last value is already swapped. That is why I will not go till n. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So over here, I अगर यहाँ पर है, I can take I is equal to 0. What are the two swaps that I want to perform? One is this one and the other one is this one. What are the two starting elements of the swap? One is I is equal to 0. The other one is j is equal to 0. After this, I have I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 1. These are the two starting elements for my swap, right? Everyone? That is why I am saying j is equal to I till n minus I minus 1. Why is it not n minus 1? Because for the inner layer, I don't want to go till this part. I only want to stay till here. Is this clear? Is this understandable to everyone? For the outer layer, j will go from this point till this point. But for the inner layer, I only want it to start from here and go till here. Is this clear now? ठीक है. Let's try to implement it quickly. Okay. So I want the length of my matrix. Matrix dot length. ठीक है. Apart from this, I want to write the outer loop. So for int I is equal to 0, I is less than n by 2, I plus plus. Outer loop is clear to everyone, right? Now I want to write the inner loop. I have already explained it. Int j is equal to I, j is less than n minus I minus 1, j plus plus. Right? And what do I want to do over here? I want to swap chords and I will pass it the matrix, I, j, n. Is this clear, guys? Is this clear? Now, can I just implement this function elsewhere? Yes. Public void swap chords. And I will just take this matrix as input. Then I will take int I, int j, and int n. So far, everybody followed? Now, guys, when I swap two values, then also I require a temporary variable. Do you agree? When I swap two values, then also I require a temporary variable, right? Now, when I'm swapping 4 values, then also I will require a temporary variable, right? Because I'm overwriting the values one on top of the other. है ना? So, what will I do? I will say int temp is equal to the initial candidate for swapping. What is the initial candidate for swapping, guys? Is this clear? Are you following so far? Let me know if I'm going too fast. ठीक है? So the initial candidate for swapping is the top right element, which is ij, right? Now in this particular cell, what do I want to place now? Which element do I want to place in matrix ij? Which element will come in matrix ij, guys? This element will come in matrix ij, right? Okay, so let's just quickly write the coordinates. So 0 1 2 0 1 2. So I am swapping this. This will come over here. So what is the value of I for this one, guys? What is the value of I for this one? Yes. So very happy to see so many answers. N minus I minus j. Sorry, n minus 1 minus j. Yeah. Is this clear to everyone, or can we proceed? Okay. I was expecting that some people may not know it, so that is why I asked it. So let me just quickly explain. So in this ones place, I want to put 7, right? What is the initial value of I and j? I is equal to 0 and j is equal to 0, right? Now I want to find out the coordinate of 7. I want to find out the coordinate of 7. What is the coordinate of 7? 7 का 7 का column क्या है? What is the column of 7? It is 0 only, right? But what is the row of 7? What is the row of 7? It is basically the length of the matrix minus 1, right? Which is this. But I will also subtract what? Tell me. I will also subtract j. Why am I subtracting j? Because when I will select the next candidates for swapping, then this minus j will come in handy. Is this clear now? So for this element, I is equal to 0, j is equal to 1. And this element's coordinate I will get by saying this element's coordinate, how will I get, guys? Which is the row that I want to take? It is n minus 1 minus j, which is equal to 3 minus 1 minus 1. I am getting the right row. Is this clear now? Did you guys follow this one? Okay, so quickly we can do the swapping. So at this position, I will have matrix so my row is changing, which is n minus 1 minus j, and my column will remain the same. And my column will be the same, right? Now what do I want to place over here, guys? What do I want to place over here? I want to place this element over here, right? What is the coordinate of this element? It is matrix of, now you can see the pattern. Now you will be able to see the pattern. It will be n minus 1 minus j and n minus 1 minus I. Okay. Now again, what will I place at this element? I will place, no, not temp. I will place matrix का j comma n minus 1 minus I. And finally, in this point, I will place my temp. Okay. So let's dry run through this swap function for once. So let's say that I is equal to 0, j is equal to 0, and I have this matrix. Okay. So matrix ij is this. Is this clear? Matrix ij is this initially. Is this clear, everyone? Are you following, guys? Yeah. Those who did not understand, I expect you to respond at this point of time. Everybody, just whenever you are asking a doubt and I'm explaining the doubt to you specifically, just try to respond at that time. Okay? What you want me to increase the font? This is not legible to you. Uh, I know it's enough. I have taught 5 batches with this font size. Yeah. Now tell me, guys, if I and j is 0, the initial contender is this one, right? The initial contender matrix ij is this one. What do I want to place at this position? I want to place matrix n minus 1 minus j. What is n minus 1 minus j? It is 3 minus 1 minus 0, which is equal to 2 and I. So basically 0,0 पे कौन आ रहा है? 0,0 पे 2,0 आ रहा है. Is that clear? Now, who is coming? Are you watching the class on your phone? This is big enough, I guess. Is the code not visible or is my writing not visible? Okay, let me increase it further then. But I'm pretty sure this size is big enough. अब clear है? Right. Let me make it bold as well. ठीक है? Is this visible, everyone, now? Yeah. Okay. Now, guys, what do I want to place at this point? I want to place 9. What is the coordinate of 9? It is 2, 2. How will I get 2, 2? N minus 1 minus j and again n minus 1 minus I. What will be this? This will be 2. This will be 2. Is this clear? And what do I want to place at this point? 2, 2. I want to place this. What is the coordinate of this? It is 0, 2. So it will be row will be equal to 0 only, which is I, and column will be equal to n minus 1 minus I, which is equal to 2. Everybody clear? Now let's come to the next iteration, right? Next, what is the contender for swap? It is this one. What is the value of I and j initially? I is 0, j is equal to 1. Is this clear? Now, what are the contender for swap? What will come at this point? It will be 4, right? What is the coordinate of 4? Coordinate of 4 is 0, 1. No, sorry. It is 1, 0, right? Coordinate of 4 is 1, 0, right? How will I get 1 comma 0? I will do, tell me guys, my row is equal to n minus j minus 1 and column is equal to j only, right? Sorry, column is equal to I. This is the best one that I can find, and this is the most intuitive one. Right. Now, at this point, I want to place 8. What is the coordinate of 8, guys? Column is 1, row is 2. And at 8, I want to place 6. The column is 2 and the row is 1. Is this clear, guys? How are these coordinates getting evaluated? And the same thing will be applied for a bigger matrix and its inner layers as well. Okay? We are changing coordinate of I and j respective of making one constant every time. I am not getting your question. Okay. Some problem. The output should have been kahin par to there is a problem in swapping. So instead of 8, we got 6. So this it is a problem with swapping only. Let's validate if we have put the right values everywhere. Okay, you are saying line 6, n minus 1 minus j. This will be n minus 1 minus j only, right? Okay, no, this will be n minus 1 minus I over here. And n minus 1 minus j over here. And I'll just copy the same thing over this one. And then this is fine. This is fine. Yes, let's run it. Okay. Both cases pass. Submit. Got accepted. Is this clear, everyone? Just let me know if it is clear, guys. If the element that is swapped is present in same column, means column is constant but row is changing. So instead of n minus I minus 1, we are taking, yes, exactly, Dipesh. Yes, exactly. That is what we are doing. So these questions, how do you figure out this coordinate? I get this question a lot. Ki, how do you know that this is the value? Try to find the coordinates for 2 or 3 examples, and you will be able to figure it out yourself. Ki, how did I get these formulas? Ki, isko kaise I can say for sure that this is the value. I hope I'm making sense. If you try with 2 or 3 examples with while you write the coordinate, then you will be able to figure out कि कौन सा value को किस coordinate के साथ swap करना है and how do you evaluate the coordinate, right? So more than 90% people are clear. Those who are still not clear, can you tell me what is the problem? Time complexity. So I can just say that the outer loop is running from 0 to n by 2. So it is big O of n by 2. And the inner loop is also running for n minus 1 number of times, right? And this is in the worst case. So it is big O of n by 2 into n minus 1. Asymptotically, it is big O of n squared only. Second example, it is, I think, the 4 cross 4 matrix. Apart from nested loop, what approach can you do here? Think of some other approach. If you find it, let me know. But I find this approach very intuitive, and this is how I did it in the first place. Again, dry run. We just did a dry run. ऐसे तो we won't be able to start SQL. Sir, please doc का link दे दीजिए. It is shared in your Discord also now, but still I'm sharing it in the chat. Let me also post the code in this doc now. Okay. Please, guys, always keep on referring the code from the doc and try to. Yes, what is your doubt, Meet? Can't you write it on the chat?
Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I got your code, but I have also I also have another code which is I am pasting it in the chat box, so maybe it is more optimal. It is wanting just little bit of logical.
So
Firstly we
over
have
here, I can see that you are, first of all, you are not swapping the values, right?
so this which I have put it in the chat section, so it is working.
It may be working, but this is also n squared first of all, and it will not do it in place. Why it is not doing in place? Because you are printing the values. You are not swapping the values in the matrix. You can see that the return type of my main function over here is void, right? So
Okay.
basically the program is expecting this matrix to be manipulated itself rather than returning the answer. है ना? तो print करने से या फिर नया matrix बनाना is not the right approach here.
Okay, sir.
Yes, I will add the SQL questions in the doc. Accio, it is working because I think Accio only parses the output of your code. Lead code will print this matrix that it gave you as input. समझ में आया? तो lead code में if you print anything in lead code, it will come out separately, right? So lead code is much more advanced than your portal, है ना? Dark mode, I'm not a fan of dark mode, so you're stuck with this. One note is in dark mode, if that helps. Yesterday's PPT. You want this SQL? So I am sharing it on your Discord. There is module D. Total, it is not square matrix. So you can consider that as a cross question to this question, right? So how does interview work, right? First of all, you get a question in an interview, and then the person gives you a modification over the existing question and asks you to solve that, right? So पहले एक क्वेश्चन दे दिया, उसके बाद दूसरा क्वेश्चन दे दिया, उसी के ऊपर उसका मॉडिफिकेशन. So think about it. How can you solve it? If I am given a matrix that is not symmetric, right? So if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if I rotate this, if I rotate this image, if I rotate this matrix, it will be something like this, right? 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, है ना? If I rotate this matrix, it will be something like this. Do you agree? By 90-degree. Right. So how will it work? What is another matrix operation that basically switches the rows and columns? Transpose, right? So you have to transpose this matrix first of all. Transpose करके इसका output क्या होगा? Who can tell me? What will be the output of this matrix after transpose? This first column will become first row will become first column, and second row will become second column, right? And this is exactly the reverse of it. So reverse these. But its time complexity will be a little high. And space B, you may require extra because you are transposing it. Yes, you will definitely require extra space. But this swapping approach does not require extra space. It does it in place. This one. Okay? I hope both are clear, guys. But the matrix is like this now. The matrix, I have defined the size of the matrix like this. Can you fit this inside that? These are not compatible with each other, the dimensions. So you have to create a new one. If you have a matrix that is like 100 by 100, then you can do it. But this won't be the case. Is this clear to everyone now? Okay. Okay. So I hope both the homework questions are clear now, everyone. Okay. So let's move on to SQL. We will do it from HackerRank itself. So yesterday we did this basic select query. Today, let's proceed with aggregation operations. Okay. So everybody, I hope everybody is today also everybody is familiar with the table schema and other things, right? Everybody is familiar with what is table schema, what are the previous queries that I have discussed, right? Okay. So I hope I can just start off without any explanation. Can I start writing SQL? Okay. So what is the question? Query a count of the number of cities in city having population greater than this. So what is my filter, guys? The population should be greater than 1 lakh, and I want the count of the cities that have population greater than 1 lakh from the city table. So select count city from city table. Actually count name होगा, right? where is greater than. Is this clear? And do you guys want me to post the code as well for SQL over here? Okay. I have posted the link and let me just also post the query. Makes it easier for everyone. Later on, you won't have to think about it. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I have just posted it. Okay. So I hope the first aggregation one is clear. Let's do this one. Query the total population of all the cities where district is California. Okay. So guys, my district name is California. What does that mean? That I have to filter based on the district. The district has to be California. And what is it asking me? It wants the total population. Acha, matlab let's say California mein there are 4 cities. So I want to find the sum of all the populations in California, right? I want to find the sum of all the populations in California. So Arundhati, regarding your doubt, so there are different SQL servers or basically SQL compilers. So some compilers support certain keywords, some compilers don't support it. So just make sure that you are using MySQL, because I am also using this MySQL compiler and this is the one that is most commonly used. Okay. She has written a question in my DM. So can you just pose your question for everyone also? Okay. So guys, I want the sum of the population of all the cities in California. So I will do select. I want to sum the population. So I have a keyword called sum, aggregation operation called sum, that will sum up the values that it gets. So sum of population, right? From city where the district is equal to California. Is this clear? Is this clear to everyone? Okay. Posting this as well. Okay. Now let's take up this one. Okay. Query the average population of all the cities where district equals California. Let's copy this and let's paste it here and let's replace sum with AVG. Clear everyone? So far everybody, I guess everybody is getting it. It's easy, right? Am I audible, guys? Is my internet working? Yes, you can truncate decimal values. Okay. Let's do this one. The blunder. What is the question? Samantha was tasked with calculating the average monthly salaries of all employees. Okay. Samantha was tasked with calculating the average monthly salaries of all employees in the employees table but did not realize her keyboard 0 key was broken until after completing the calculation. She wants your help in finding the difference between her miscalculation using salaries with any zeros removed and the average salary. Okay, this is strange. Write a query calculating the amount of error, actual minus miscalculated average monthly salaries, and round it up to the next integer. Okay, round it up to the next integer matlab I want to apply the ceiling. I want to apply the ceiling one. Yes, you can write it like that, Abhishek. Samantha was tasked with calculating. I have to read this question again. For all the employees in them, but did not realize her keyboard 0 key was broken until after completing the calculation. She wants your help in finding the difference between her miscalculation. Okay, and what is the table like? It is the name and the salary, but the 0 key is broken. Okay, so what the actual salary is this, and this question is a little strange. Average minus miscalculated average monthly salaries and round it up to the next integer. तो इतना तो पता है कि सीलिंग ऑपरेटर यूज होगा because I want to round it up to the next integer. Select seal of I will do some calculation there from the table which is my employees. ठीक है? So इतना clear है, right? Something I want to calculate and I want to find the ceiling of that. ठीक है? Where last digit is 0, we need to multiply 10. We have to think about that. क्या है? Salary is per month. Okay. Salary is greater than 1000 and less than 10 to the power 5. Acha. So Samantha has the average monthly salaries of all the employees. Samantha can look at the employees table. So when she's typing the salary, she can only type 142 and 0 she cannot type. समझ में आ रहा है? So the salary which is actual, is 412, but Samantha is saying that I can only write 4142. For this she can only write 26. For this she can only write 221, and for this she can only write 3. समझ में आया? So this is what Samantha is writing, and this is what is the actual, and I want actual minus Samantha, and then इसका average भी करना है. Is this clear? This is a very strange question, I understand, but is this clear? So my task is to basically remove these zeros. Is there a way to remove zeros? Let's quickly Google it. Trim leading zeros, removing zeros from a number in SQL. Array, so we got the answer itself. This is the blunder one only. Yeah, this is the question. Okay, so maybe this is only used over here. So okay, the ceiling part we had done, and we had also figured out that average karna hai. The only thing we wanted to know is how to perform this removal of zeros, and they have done replace salary and comma 0. Okay, so we can also try to mimic the same thing. So अपने को क्या करना है? Average of actual salary निकालना है, which is, and इससे minus करना है average of this blunder, and the blunder we are getting by replace. Okay, so Even I was not aware about this replace keyword so far. So salary comma 0. How are they replacing integer value with these two strings? This is not good code. Let's win it. It passed. Okay. Yeah, maybe it is a regular expression. Yes. I think it is using regular expression. Yeah. No. It takes values only rather than regular expression. So replace will take a string. It will take the old string and it will take the new string. Okay. So the type conversion is happening behind the scenes. We don't know. So when I'm putting an integer inside this string over here, replace is automatically doing a toString on the integer, right? And when this average is getting the output, when this average is getting the output of this replace, it is behind the scenes converting the string to an integer. समझ में आ रहा है? Yes, replace is converting the integer to string, and then average is considering the string to be an integer and performing a conversion. So see, let me just copy this part and let me paste it here. ठीक है? फॉन्ट साइज बढ़ा देते हैं, नहीं तो अभी स्टार्ट. ठीक है, देखो what is happening. Let's say that my salary is 1000. ठीक है, my salary is 1000. Now when I am doing replace 1000 comma 0 comma blank, what is happening, ये integer है ना, replace is converting the integer to a string, right? So replace is saying I am getting this thing, right? And now in this string it is replacing these characters with a blank. So the output of replace is 1. Is this clear? Now the output of this replace is a blank string and I'm doing avg on 1 and multiple values, but avg will convert it to an integer. So avg will act like this. समझ में आया? I did not know about this replace keyword, to be quite honest. पहले just heard about it. Is this clear, guys? We are not deciding where the position of 0 is. We don't have to do that. We are basically, so over here you can see that, and round it up to the next integer. Round it up to the next integer. मतलब next मतलब जो भी ऊपर है, right? That is why I am doing this ceiling. Floor ऐसे होता है, right? So if I have 6.25, floor will do 6, and if I have ceiling 6.25, I will get 7. याद है ना ये? Is it clear? Is the ceiling clear, Varun, now? Which part, what logic do you want me to repeat? This replace one? Okay. So what is the problem with Samantha? The problem with Samantha is she cannot type 0. So whenever she's typing the salary, she's getting values like this. So if she wants to type 2006, शी इज टाइपिंग 26 बिकॉज द जीरो शी कैनॉट टाइप. समझ में आया क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है समांथा के साथ? नाउ वी वांट टू हेल्प आउट समांथा, and to help her out we want to calculate the average of her mistake, right? So if I say that convert this string to this, what will you say? Just delete these characters, right? That is what replace is doing. Replace may you pass this and you say replace all zeros with a blank, right? So replace will just remove these and output this string. Is this clear now? ठीक है. Can we move on to the next one, guys? Sometimes Googling is the best thing that you can do. सर 142 में जीरो कहाँ है, ये कैसे डिसाइड हुआ? अरे वो अपने को आई डोंट वांट टू बॉदर अबाउट 142 कैसे डिसाइड हुआ. What will the replace function do? It will iterate over the string और उसको जहां भी जीरो मिलेगा उसको रिमूव कर देगा. समझ में आया? So replace is the utility function that is doing the job for me. I am not running the loop through the string to do it. So there are some interviewers who are a little lenient. They allow you to Google syntax. Have you guys given any interviews so far? You have only given mocks, right? So होता है, मतलब there are certain cases when the interviewer is lenient and they allow you to Google syntax. मतलब if you say, if the interviewer is giving you a question that is a little complicated and you need to use some utility method and you don't know the documentation of that utility method, you can definitely Google the documentation specifically for that utility method, not the question. And obviously your screen sharing will be on and the interviewer will see what you are Googling. So ऐसे तो मतलब this is a very rare occurrence. You get the by chance you get the right answer. Yeah, let's move on to the next one now. So aggregation rate. Okay, let's do this. Top earners. Okay, so I have another employee table. उसमें salary है, name है, employee ID है. We define an employee's total earnings to be their monthly salary into months work and the maximum total earnings to be the maximum total earnings of an employee in the employee table. Okay, write a query to find the maximum total earnings for all the employees as well as the total number of employees who have maximum total earnings, then print the value as two space separated integers. So I want to run basically two queries. दो query है मेरे पास. Write a query to find the maximum total earnings for all the employees. This is one. ठीक है? How do I write that, guys? Maximum total earnings for all the employees. Select months into salary करने से total earnings आ जाएगा, right? है ना? And from employee I want to select it, right? So what will I get by doing this? I will get the total earnings of all the employees, right? Now, if I want to maximize it, I can write max. This is the maximum total earning here. And I also want to print the number of people who have this amount as their earning, right? So comma count of name अगर कर दे, अच्छा ये तो टोटल काउंट दे रहा है, टोटल नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज का काउंट दे रहा है. इफ आई वांट टू okay, so if I do it separately, select count of name, order by if I do this, then I'm getting the name of the employee. Okay. And so Anthony is the one with the highest salary. So I can just also print months into salary beside that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 people have this maximum total earning. How do I find that now? So this I want to select definitely. I also want to select the count after this. So count of name कर लेते हैं from employee. Then I want to, I think we have to use group by over here. I will explain group by in 1 second, guys. Just allow me some time. Yes, 7. We are getting this. And इसको reverse कर देंगे. यानी descending and limit 1. Okay. Yeah. Now let me explain this clause. ठीक है. Please don't write on my screen. How many times do I have to say not to write on my screen? Yeah, guys. So what are the things that we are selecting over here? We are selecting this month into salary. This is the main thing that I want. I want the total earnings, right? I want the total earning of the employee, right? Are you guys getting it? I want the total earning of the employee, right? Now, apart from the total earning of the employee, I want the number of people who have that exact value of maximum total earning. Is that clear, everyone? I want the number of people who have that exact value of maximum total earning, right? Do you agree? है ना? I will select it from the employees table, right? Now, I will introduce you to the group by clause, right? So let's say that the output of this part of the query, let's say that the output of just this part of the query is 100 Amit, 1000 Amit, 1000, this, then again 1000, and then again 1000, and then I have 2000, and then I have 3000, rather another 2000. Okay, if I have this output from this part, what will group by do? I am saying group by months into salary. So based on which variable am I grouping it? I am grouping it based on this variable. Is this clear, guys? So ये दो group बन जाएगा मेरा. Do you agree? These are the two groups that I have, right? So the output of this will be 1000 and the count of the number of people in this group 4 and 2000 and the count of the number of people here. Is this clear, everyone? Is this clear, guys? Now I am ordering it by the salary. So this 2000 will come up, 1000 will come down. And then I'm limiting it to 1. So only this is getting returned. I hope everybody is clear with group by now. Yes, first it will group, then it will count. Select count name from employee where salary. I think you can use aggregation operations like max only over here. There is some restriction. That is why I did not do it that way. Is this clear, everyone? How does group by work? I hope everybody followed it, right? This is an important query. So let me just launch the poll. Still, some people are not clear, but why aren't you saying? Only one person is saying that they want another explanation. If you can answer the poll and say that you are not understanding, then also just put it on the chat. There is no shame. We are all here to learn, right? To be quite honest, this is the most simple example that I have for group by, but I will explain it once again. Okay. So let's say that I have a table like this. Let's say I have a table. Employee ID and the salary of the employee. Okay. Let's say I have employee ID 1, salary is 100 rupees. Okay. Let's say I have employee ID 2, salary is again 100 rupees. Employee ID 3, salary is 200. Employee ID 4, salary is 200. Employee ID 5, salary is 300. Okay. Is the table clear, guys? Employee ID and salary. Now on this table, if I say group by salary, then I want you to read it like English. Read it like English, right? So if you read it like English, and I ask you to group the employees by salary, what are the groups that you will create? This is one group of employees with the same salary. This is one group of the employees with the same salary, and this is another group, right? Basic logic, right? है ना? Now, if I on top of this group by, if I say count of name or count of EMP-ID, if I say count of EMP-ID, what will it do? It will count the employee IDs of every group. So the output will be 100, 2, 200, 2, 300, 1. Is this clear now? Count based on the group. I hope everybody followed this. Yes, works on every variable. It is just doing the equality. So if I have employee ID and name, and let's say there are 10 Abhisheks in my class, then it will say these are in the same group. Is that clear? I hope this was clear, guys. Group by clause is clear, right? Okay, let's take up another one. So we have done this top earners one as well, right? Let's do this weather station 13. So yesterday, you remember, guys, we discussed about a weather station table, right? This weather station table that has ID, city, state, latitude and longitude, है ना? कल किए थे ना अपने लोग, right? So उसी के ऊपर एक क्वेश्चन है, query the sum of northern latitudes from station having values greater than this and less than this. So I have two things. I want my northern latitude lat n greater than this value and smaller than this value. And it is also asking me to truncate your answer to 4 decimal places. So I remember someone asked me how to truncate decimals. So now you will know how you truncate decimals. So guys, what do I want to select here? Let's say I want to select something from station. What is my filter, guys? My filter is truncate is basically stop printing. So if I say truncate after four decimals, and I am doing let's say 10 divided by 3, then the output will be 3.3333 truncate. Clear? 4 decimal print हुआ, डेसिमल के बाद 4 वैल्यू प्रिंट हुआ और ट्रंकेट हो गया. ठीक है? So I will select something from station. Now let's just write our filters where lat underscore n is greater than 38.7880 and lat underscore n is less than 137.2345. ठीक है? My filter is clear to everyone. Is the filter clear, guys? Right. Now, what is it asking me to do? Query the sum of northern latitudes. So sum निकालना है. Sum of lat underscore n. ये निकालना है, right? Sum of lat underscore n निकालना है.